The 6 proteins that reverse muscle aging. What if I told you that just by changing one component of your breakfast, you could increase your muscle synthesis rates to match someone 25 years younger and reverse years of physical weakness in just 10 weeks? This isn't a theory, it is documented. Eggs, while healthy, do not contain the specific anabolic compounds aging muscles need to trigger growth. And after 60, your muscles enter a biological condition called anabolic resistance. They stop responding to normal protein the way they used to. You can eat healthy every day and still continue losing muscle. It is not your fault. It is physiology. But there is a solution. Clinical data now shows that 6 overlooked protein sources contain the exact amino acid patterns that break through anabolic resistance and switch muscle-building signals back on. Even in adults in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. I am Dr. James Hart. For over 30 years, I have helped thousands of older Australians reverse muscle loss and regain strength using targeted nutrition, not extreme exercise. Before we dive in, if you find this kind of life-changing health guidance valuable, please take a moment to subscribe to NutriAge AU Senior Wellness and turn on the bell. Now, let us look at the 6 proteins that outperform eggs and why your breakfast may be the single biggest key to rebuilding your strength starting today. Let's start with the most misunderstood protein on our list. Number 1, seitan, also known as vital wheat gluten. You may have heard of this under the nickname wheat meat. Its name sounds intense, seitan. But biologically, it is one of the most efficient plant-based fuels for muscle maintenance. Seitan is made by washing wheat flour dough with water until all the starch granules have been removed. What is left is pure gluten protein. Before considering seitan, you must understand its composition. Since seitan is nearly pure gluten, it is absolutely contraindicated if you have celiac disease or high sensitivity to gluten. For the rest of the population, seitan offers immense benefits. But if you have any doubt, please consult your GP first. The nutritional profile here is shocking. Just 100 grams of seitan supplies a massive 39 grams of protein. To put that in perspective, that is roughly equivalent to a large steak, but without the saturated fat or cholesterol. Why is this superior for seniors? As we age, our digestion naturally slows down. We produce less stomach acid, making it difficult to break down heavy animal fibers. Because seitan has had the starch stripped away, it presents a dense, concentrated protein structure that the body can process efficiently. A study published in 2022 in the journal Clinical Nutrition EastPen confirmed this efficacy. The researchers found that seniors who consume plant-based proteins like seitan preserve 21% more lean muscle mass than those consuming a traditional mixed diet. This is a direct correlation between this specific protein type and muscle retention. How should you eat it? Seitan has a chewy, meat-like texture. I recommend slicing it into strips. Pan-fry it with olive oil and garlic. Crucial step: you must pair it with vitamin C. The iron in seitan is non-heme iron. To maximize absorption, cook it with capsicums or broccoli. This combination creates a chemical environment that pulls the iron into your bloodstream. Now let us look at a solution for speed and absorption. Number 2, whey protein. If your goal is to trigger muscle growth quickly, whey is scientifically superior to eggs. I treated a patient named Graham, aged 92. Graham was eating eggs daily but was still losing mass. The issue was the digestion time. Eggs take 3 to 4 hours to digest. By the time the amino acids enter your bloodstream, the signal is too weak to wake up an older metabolism. Whey protein digests in approximately 1 hour. This rapid flood of amino acids creates a spike in the blood that forcibly switches on muscle synthesis. Scientists at McMaster University conducted a study comparing whey to eggs in people over the age of 75. The group consuming whey built twice as much muscle as the egg group. The key is an amino acid called leucine. Leucine is the primary signal that tells your body to build muscle. After age 70, you need a leucine threshold of about 3 grams per serving to trigger growth. One egg has only 1.3 grams of leucine, but one serving of whey has up to 2.5 grams. To match the power of whey, you would need to eat 5 eggs in one sitting, which is difficult for most people. Whey also contains immunoglobulins to support the gut and glycomacropeptide, which improves insulin sensitivity. Crucial point for seniors. Many older adults experience lactose intolerance, which can cause digestive upset and bloating, defeating the purpose of a quick, digestible breakfast. That is why we must prioritize whey isolate over the cheaper whey concentrate. Isolate is filtered to remove almost all the lactose and fat, leaving a cleaner, faster-acting protein that is gentle on an aging digestive system and ensures rapid absorption without the side effects. Mix 1 scoop of whey. Isolate with water or almond milk. Add a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. Cinnamon creates a synergy that improves insulin response by up to 20%, driving nutrients into the muscle cells efficiently. Drink this in the morning. Graham saw improvements in his grip strength within weeks. Now let us look at the next food, which targets inflammation specifically. Number 3. Hemp seeds. Many of my patients complain of joint stiffness that prevents them from exercising. If pain is stopping you from moving, hemp seeds are the nutritional intervention you need. Just 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds provide 10 grams of complete protein, but the reason we choose hemp over eggs here is the fat profile. The scientific advantage is their phenomenal omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of 3:1. This is considered the ideal anti-inflammatory ratio by nutritionists. In contrast, commercially produced eggs can have a ratio of up to 20:1, which can promote systemic inflammation in sensitive individuals. Furthermore, hemp contains a rare protein called edesin. Edesin is biologically similar to the globulin proteins found in human blood plasma, making it incredibly easy for the body to recognize and utilize without digestive stress. They also contain GLA or gamma-linolenic acid, which the body converts into DGLA, a powerful anti-inflammatory substance. Studies indicate that GLA can reduce post-exercise muscle soreness in older adults by up to 40%. Additionally, hemp is rich in arginine. This amino acid converts to nitric oxide, which dilates blood vessels, meaning better blood flow and more oxygen reaching your muscles. Arginine also stimulates the release of growth hormone, which naturally declines by about 50% between age 40 and 70. You do not need to cook these. Simply take 3 tablespoons of raw-shelled hemp hearts and sprinkle them over oats or yogurt. Start with 1 tablespoon to allow your digestive system to adjust to the fiber, then increase to 3. A word of caution for my elderly patients. Because arginine and GLA can assist with vasodilation or blood vessel opening, if you are currently taking prescription blood thinners or strong medication for low blood pressure, I strongly advise discussing the addition of a high dose of hemp seeds with your doctor first. While generally safe, monitoring is key when adjusting therapeutic diets. Hemp seeds are also a fantastic source of magnesium, which further calms the nervous system and is crucial for over 300 enzymatic reactions, including those needed for muscle contraction. This makes it an ideal addition to your morning routine, offering both protein and joint pain relief. If you are still watching at this point, please type a number 1 in the comments. Your engagement helps this life-saving information reach more people who need it. Now we must address the issue of muscle loss during sleep. Number 4, cottage cheese. When you sleep, you are in a fasted state. For a younger person, this is fine, but for a senior, an 8-hour fast can lead to catabolism, where the body breaks down muscle tissue for energy. Cottage cheese acts as a shield against this process. Cottage cheese is the primary source of casein protein. Unlike whey, which is fast, casein is slow. When it hits your stomach acid, it forms a gel-like substance. This gel breaks down very slowly, releasing amino acids into your bloodstream for 6 to 8 hours. Dutch researchers discovered that when older adults consumed casein-rich food before sleep, their muscle protein synthesis rates remained elevated throughout the night. Nutritionally, 1 cup covers 90% of your daily selenium needs. Selenium deficiency is directly linked to muscle weakness and fatigue in the elderly. 14% of your calcium for muscle contraction signaling, 38% of vitamin B12, and 30% of phosphorus for ATP energy production. Eat half a cup of cottage cheese 30 minutes before bed. If you are monitoring your sodium intake, place the cottage cheese in a strainer and rinse it with water. This simple step removes about 40% of the sodium without washing away the protein. Mix it with some berries and you have the perfect nocturnal muscle defense. Let's move to a food that repairs muscle at the cellular level. Number 5. Wild salmon. While eggs provide building blocks, they do not actively repair the cellular damage caused by aging. Wild salmon does. A single portion provides 22 grams of protein. However, the primary value lies in the omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. As we age, our muscle cell membranes become rigid. Omega-3s incorporate themselves into these membranes, restoring fluidity and sensitivity. A study from the University of Washington revealed that older adults who consumed the omega-3 equivalent of eating salmon 3 times a week gained 6% more muscle mass. This occurred without any increase in exercise. The omega-3s simply made their bodies process protein more efficiently. These fatty acids activate mTOR, the master biological switch for protein synthesis. Simultaneously, they reduce inflammatory markers like TNF-alpha and IL-6, which are known to degrade muscle tissue. We must also look at vitamin D. One serving of wild salmon contains about 1,000 international units of vitamin D. Research shows that correcting a vitamin D deficiency can improve muscle strength by up to 20%. Finally, the pink color comes from astaxanthin. This is an antioxidant that is 6,000 times more potent than vitamin C. It specifically protects the mitochondria, the energy power plants inside your muscle cells, improving endurance by nearly 40%. Always choose wild-caught salmon over farm. Raise to ensure high vitamin D and astaxanthin levels. Steam or bake at low heat to preserve the oils. Squeeze fresh lemon juice over the fish. The vitamin C in the lemon prevents the omega-3s from oxidizing and aids digestion. A critical safety note for our senior audience. If you are currently taking prescription blood thinners such as warfarin, please consult with your GP before significantly increasing your consumption of omega-3 rich foods like salmon. This high intake can have a synergistic effect and should be managed carefully. Finally, the most affordable and gut-healthy option. Number 6. Lentils. Many people overlook legumes thinking they are incomplete proteins. This is a mistake. Lentils are a powerhouse for what we call the gut-muscle axis. For approximately 50 cents per cup, lentils deliver 18 grams of protein, but their true power lies in fiber. A single cup contains 16 grams of fiber. This fiber feeds good bacteria in your colon, which then produce butyrate. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid that travels through the blood and lowers inflammation in muscle tissue. Data shows that a healthy microbiome can increase muscle protein synthesis efficiency by 30%. This helps explain why populations in the blue zones who eat lentils daily remain active into their 90s. Lentils are also critical for folate. 1 cup provides 90% of your daily requirement. Nearly 1 in 3 older adults is deficient in folate. This deficiency impairs DNA synthesis, making it hard to build new cells. Correcting this can boost strength in as little as 2 weeks. They are also rich in iron, 37% of the daily value, and potassium, which protects against muscle cramps. I recommend red lentils for seniors. They cook in just 10 minutes and break down into a soft consistency that is very easy to chew and digest. For maximum comfort and to mitigate potential gas, a common concern with high-fiber foods, you must rinse and soak them for at least 30 minutes before cooking. This simple step helps reduce the oligosaccharides, the compounds responsible for wind, making the lentils far easier on the digestive system. If you want to maximize the benefit, sprout them. Sprouting lentils increases their protein availability by about 20%. Combine your lentils with rice or quinoa. This combination provides a full spectrum of amino acids, making it a complete protein comparable to meat. The fiber from the lentils also helps slow the absorption of carbohydrates from the rice, ensuring steady energy and preventing insulin spikes. So we have covered 6 powerful tools: seitan, whey, hemp seeds, cottage cheese, wild salmon, and lentils. The science is clear. Muscle loss is not an inevitable part of aging. It is often a result of malnutrition, not eating enough, but not eating the right nutrients to overcome anabolic resistance. Barry, the 88-year-old man I mentioned at the start, did not run marathons. He simply gave his body the fuel it needed to repair itself. I want you to pick just one of these foods to try this week. Maybe tomorrow morning you replace your toast with a whey protein shake. Maybe tomorrow night you have a small bowl of cottage cheese. Start with one small change. Your body has an incredible ability to heal if you give it the right materials. Before you go, I just want to say thank you. If you like this video, show it with a thumbs up and consider subscribing so we can continue to share together. As we wrap up, I want to share a reminder that comes from a place of care. Please think of the information in this video as a tool to support your health journey, not as a replacement for professional medical advice. Your own doctor is your most important partner, so please talk with them before making any changes to your regimen. Everyone's journey is unique. Thank you so much for your time and your trust.